Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, if you've been hitting the gym and you're like, damn, man, I'm working out, but it just don't look like I work out. I don't see the tone, I don't see the definition, and the damn stomach ain't going down. In this video, in this podcast, I'm getting ready to share with you what things you never need to do when you hit the gym if you want to get rid of belly fat, okay? I know this is very frustrating because not only are you putting in the time and effort in the gym, you're not seeing the results. And that's extremely frustrating, so I get it. But I'm proud of you guys who are trying. But, you could be doing your best, and that don't mean your best is going to get you where you want to be at. You have to do what's required, okay? And so I'm about to share with you what's required, all right? Number one, guys, you got to stop trying to confuse your muscles. Yes, people are still saying that these days. I got to confuse my muscles. I remember back when I started my whole fitness career, like with training people in person at that time. And I was working out already, and I'm not gonna say the company, cause I don't like bad mouthing companies, man. I just don't like doing it. But there was a company who they would talk about, hey, the reason our way works is because we show you how to confuse your muscles to break your plateaus, right? And me not really knowing what was going on at the time, I was super young. I hadn't learned a lot about fitness coaching at the time. I was in my earliest stages of my career. And the company was extremely big. It was a multi-million-dollar company. So I thought it was true. I thought you had to confuse your muscles too. So here I am in my first 1 or 2 years of training people, telling them, oh yeah, we got to switch up the muscles, switch up the exercise every time to confuse your muscles. This is how it works. This is how we break your plateau. And even I was doing this, and I was thinking to myself one day, I'm like, I'm working out a whole lot, but I don't see the cut and tone and definition that I really want. What's happening here? I'm shocking my muscles, so I shouldn't be stuck where I'm at right now. And so I was frustrated and I was confused. And then I realized if you keep switching it up, your body is going to keep switching. That's what causes the inconsistency. The only way you can truly make progress, and in the fitness world, they call this progressive overload. You progressing yourself from where you are right now to where you want to be, meaning you're getting stronger. You're noticing that your body is tightening up. You notice that your muscles are tightening up. This is what you call progressive overload, or the benefits of progressive overload. But there's things that have to happen to get to that point. One is you can't be switching up your exercises every other workout or every other week because you think you bored, so you got to do something different. It don't work that way, guys. Our muscles only know two things. The one thing is time, and the other thing is tension. Okay, in the fitness world, they call this the TUT principle. All right, time under tension. Okay, and so what is tension? Tension is the amount of weight you're using when you're lifting. Okay, because let me just say this first. Our muscles don't get confused. Our body is extremely smart. Our muscles, they know exactly what's going on. If you use a dumbbell doing bench press versus doing a barbell doing bench press, it don't make no damn difference. The only difference is how much weight are you using and how much time does it take for you to actually do your reps during that particular set, okay? The amount of weight is the tension. The amount of time it takes for you to get done with that set is the time, okay? Time under tension. These are the only two things our muscles know, guys. I don't see trainers talking about this shit. It's a lot of trainers, they still don't know this. I'm just being real with y'all. They still don't know it. And so they trying to switch it up. And you pay you a personal trainer, and they trying to switch it up on you all the time just to keep you coming back for more. But they not realizing that's why your ass ain't getting no results. That's why you complain like, damn, man, why? Man, I've been training with you for a couple of months now, man. I should be down by 25, 30 pounds, man. What happened? They keep switching shit up. They're not giving you the real. They're giving you what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear. And, hey, man, I'm not the snowflake train. I'm going to tell your ass what you need to hear. If you want to hear it from the snowflake train to hear what you want to hear, and you struggle for more months and years, go take your ass follow one of the snowflake trains. But this is what you need to understand. Time under tension. Meaning, when you go to the gym, you can't just be going through the motions. If you want them going through the motions type folks, I'm just getting in here to walk up out of here and say I did something. That ain't gonna work. It's admirable. I'm proud of you for going to the gym. But if you really want to see change, you really want to see your body start to transform, you want to look better, you want to look good in your clothes. You want to look good when you butt booty naked. You know what I'm saying? You want your boo, you want your partner to be like, ooh, baby, come on back. Hurry back to the bed. You taking too long. What you doing in the bathroom? You want that? You want them to have their hands all, they can't get their hands off of your ass. I done had clients like this who dropped so much weight. One of my clients, John Thomas, he's one of the first clients, well, he wasn't my first, but he was one of my online coaching clients who made me go full time into doing online coaching because of his story. It was just so powerful when he dropped that 48 pounds in 4 months. And one of the things I'll never forget, he said, he was like, man, Jay, man, my wife can't keep her hands off me, coach. And I was like, oh man, that's powerful. That's a bar. Back there we used to be like, that's a bar. I don't think people say that these days no more. But anyway, if you want to look good in your clothes and when you're naked, you know what I'm saying? That's important too. It's not just all about health. It is about health, but you know, we want to feel good about how we look, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to make dates with the weights. You got to pick up weights that are challenging. Okay, I'm not saying go in there and bro lift and ego lift to injure yourself, but you should feel like you're challenging yourself. So on a scale from 1 to 10, when you're lifting the weights, it should feel like about a good 8 to a 10. If you feel like it's a 3 or a 4, like it's not really that challenging, your ass ain't pushing yourself enough. All right, and so you need to be between that 8 to a 10. It should be tough. If you're supposed to do 10 reps in every set, you could actually do 15 or 20. The weight too light. Okay, so that's the first thing. Stop trying to confuse your muscles. Okay. Second thing, just doing cardio without lifting weights. This is one that I've come across a lot lately when I'm talking to some of you guys inside the DMs. Y'all are like, man, I'm not lifting weights yet. I want to lose the weight by just doing cardio first and eating, get my eating on point, and then once I get down, then I'm gonna start hitting the weights. Guys, this is how folks end up looking weak, skinny, fat, and frail. This is how folks be looking like, damn, boy, I lost a lot of weight, but they look sick. That's what happens when you do it this way. You lose the weight and you're very disappointed, and dare I say, I've heard people say this, they hate the way they look still. I'm like, damn, I lost all this weight now. It don't look the way I thought it was gonna look. I don't have that tone. I don't have the definition. I don't look strong. And as a man, we want to look strong. We don't want to just get to the bag. We want to look like a provider. We want to be the total package. The bank account built and the body built up. Everything built. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I want. I want it all. And so there's a story of another client. I be telling a whole bunch of goddamn stories. I feel like I done lived 3 lives. I'm 34 years old, but I feel like I done lived 3 lives. 3 lives already. Like I done lived to 100 years old already with as many experiences as I've had. So there's one coaching client named Kevin Tariq. I coached him about 2 years ago. And I remember when he sent me a DM, this is back when I was big on Facebook. When I used to be on Facebook all the time. And I'm still on Facebook. I got like 50,000 people over there too, but I post a lot primarily on Instagram. And Tariq, he sent me a DM. Long ass DM. I almost didn't even read it because it was so damn long. But I started reading it, and I just could sense the frustration that he had in his mind, because he was like, man, I've been working out. Every time I try to bulk up and I look fat, and then when I cut from just doing cardio, I look skinny fat. And he said he had did it quite a few times, and he was like, man, I'm tired of going through this. Like I'm putting in way too much time and ever. I got my kids, I got my wife at home, like I want to be able to have the results, and so I can show them. And so I empathize with that. I get that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to, show your family, hey man, I know I'm taking some time away from y'all, but look at the results. Look, I'm a better me now. I'm a better version of myself. Look at me. I'm the role model, baby. Y'all want to work out. Y'all want to eat fruits and vegetables now. You know what I'm saying? Being a positive role model. And so I told him, listen, we have to start lifting. We can't just do cardio when you're trying to cut. You can't just do cardio when you're trying to slim down your waistline. You still need to be lifting weights. Have y'all ever seen that sculpture on social media that be floating around where it's like a person, they cut up top, but they chiseling the fat off their body, and you starting to see that definition on their arms and their abs. It's kind of how it works. If you're dropping body fat from eating properly, it ain't even damn cardio to help you really drop the body fat. It's eating properly, okay? Knowing the right amount to eat, eating quality food 80% of the time, 80-90% of the time. And then you're building muscle so that way when that body fat comes off from nutrition, you can see your muscle. You're revealing it. Some of y'all, have you ever just seen a guy at the gym or a woman at the gym, strong as hell, but they look chubby? They look like a power lifter. They strong, but they like got a lot of fat on them still. It's because they're not eating properly. They just focus on lifting. And that's how you get bulky and chubby, because you're not eating properly. And so when you put both of these two together, you eat properly, plus you lifting weights the right way, this is how you cut up. Guys, believe this or not, you can get ripped up. I'm talking 10% body fat or less without ever doing cardio. Without ever doing cardio. I don't condone that because I want you to be healthy. I want you to have good heart health, good brain health. That's why cardio is important. Okay, it's not like cardio is really very overrated in terms of fat loss. But it just helps you have more energy, helps you have more mental bandwidth. Like you have brain fog, go walk. Go walk for a good 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Watch how you feel so much better. You feel sluggish from sitting down all day at work, go for a walk, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Watch how much better you feel. Health benefits behind walking and just doing cardio in general. So that's the second thing. Don't just do cardio, start lifting weights as well. Okay, if you just one of them folks who just doing cardio and you like, I just want to lose the weight. Well, you lose the weight, but you're not gonna be as happy as you might want to be when you see how your body looking. That's why you need to lift weights, so you build that muscle up. Feel proud about how you look in your clothes and when you take them off. So number 3, stop using the sauna jackets, guys. The sauna jackets and the waist wraps. I don't see as much of this anymore on social media, but I say about 3 or 4 years ago, man, oh my God, it was trainers everywhere. Trainers galore. Snowflake trainers. Buy this waist strap. This is how I got my abs. Buy this waist strap right here. This is how I slimped down my waistline. Yeah, you use this sauna jacket right here. This is how I lost all this damn weight. Like, you just sweated off the fat. Oh, okay. All the sweat you had, it was just fat that was coming off your body, huh? You did it for months, if not weeks, if not months, and fat just came off your body from just sweating. No, guys. You can use it if you want to, but just know it's water weight that you're losing, okay? And what happens to a lot of these people, because I've had coaching clients who started the program when they first joined. Some people, they still be trying to do their goddamn way. How you didn't spend money to get in the coaching program, but you still trying to do it your way? That don't make no sense. And they'll lose a little bit of weight, and they'll gain it back. Lose a little bit of weight, then gain it back. And they're like, oh, why is this happening? And so I have to ask questions to see what they're doing. I'm like, what are you doing in the gym? I'm doing the workout plan. Okay, well, what's your nutrition look like? Well, I'm doing this, and this. And then, well, I got this sauna suit on, so I thought I would have lost a lot more by now, but my weight keep fluctuating. Why did that keep happening? Because your ass just losing water weight. That's all you losing. When you might sweat a whole lot, sweating all over the treadmill, sweating all over the machines, everybody looking at your ass crazy because you sweating everywhere. And then you walking up out the gym thinking you did something. But once you put some water in your body, you putting that water weight back on yourself. And so instead of focusing on the hacks like the sauna suits and the waist trimmers, because that's just water weight too, you're just sweating on your waistline, focus on fat loss. How do you lose fat, coach? How you do that? Better eating habits. Build a healthy relationship with food. Guys, you can drop body fat without ever hitting the gym with just nutrition. But if you want to look the part, you want to be proud about how you look, yes, you have to lift too while improving your nutrition habits. Okay? And so that's number 3. And then number 4, by far the most important, if you're just winging it You got to stop doing that. You got to stop. I get a lot of people who reach out to me on social media, Instagram, Facebook. They say, man, my biggest problem is I can't be consistent. It's hard for me to be consistent. I can't get consistent results, and so I get frustrated and I lose motivation. Guys, a lack of consistent progress and a lack of being able to be consistent with the training routine or just hitting the gym comes from you not having structure. I want y'all to just think about it like this. Whether you have a business or if you work for a business, either way, you have routines. They call them systems in businesses, right? In business, they call, what do you call a business? An organization, right? It's an organization of systems. This is how the business stays alive. This is how the business continues to thrive, all right? If you work a 9 to 5, they have you doing certain routines throughout your work hours, right? That's a system. Because if you stop doing those things, not only are they gonna fire your ass, yeah, they gonna fire your ass, but they gonna start noticing that the numbers gonna start dropping off. And be like, hold up, what's going on? Who didn't stop doing what they supposed to do? Because everybody gotta do their part. If one system break because people not doing their part, the business takes a hit. This is what's happening to y'all. You don't have the right habits. You don't have the right routines. In other words, instead of saying systems, in the world of fitness and health, it's habits and routines. If you are not consistent with doing the right habits and routines, if you don't have structure with knowing how to do A, B, C, you are going to have inconsistency. Woo, boy, that shit was hard. I didn't even know that was gonna come out. It just hit like that. It just hit like that. But I hope you caught it, because I don't even know if I can say it like that again. But anyway, if you notice that you have a whole lot of inconsistency, your weight go down and then go back up, and then you done got so disappointed and frustrated you don't even want to step on the scale no more, it's because you're not being consistent with the right habits. You're not being consistent with the right plan when you go to the gym. Or you might not even have a plan. That's a whole problem in itself. I just did a success interview with one of my coaching clients, Brandon. Shouts out to Brandon, man. He's down over 25 pounds now. And he was talking about his backstory on the podcast. And he was like, man, it is frustrating. Not frustrating. He said it's stressful when he didn't have a plan. He was like, it's very stressful because you don't know if what you're doing is right. And you don't know if you're wasting a whole lot of time. And I get that. Because I went through the same shit. I went through the same thing, but I didn't think of it in that way. But it was stressful. Because I'm like, man, am I wasting my time? Am I pushing myself too hard? Am I not pushing myself enough? Am I about to injure myself? Back then, it used to be the word overtraining. I didn't know. I didn't know if I was doing the right exercises or not. And this can be stressful. Because in the back of your mind, you thinking to yourself, man, I hope all this ain't for nothing. That's what some of y'all are doing. That's why you don't have motivation, because you don't have the clarity. If you had clarity and knowing exactly what steps you need to take when you go to the gym and with your nutrition, you'd be way more motivated to do it. A lot of folks would be like, I had these guys would be having all this ego. Yeah, I know what to do, man. I know how to lose the weight. They 5'7", 280. Like, bro, who in the hell want to be 5'7", 280 and they know what to do to lose the weight? Do you know how significant an amount of weight that is to be at that height? Guys, that is extremely stressful. I don't even have to see the person in person, and I already know they're going through aches and pains. And if they're not, it's coming. If they're not going through being tired and stressed, it's coming. It's right around the corner. If they don't already have some type of health issues like high blood pressure and its cousin, type 2 diabetes, it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Because the weight puts that type of stress on our body. And some things you can't see. It's just manifesting from the stress on the inside of your body. You can't see high blood pressure. You can't see type 2 diabetes. You can't see when that high blood pressure is getting ready to cause you to have a stroke. You can't see it. That's why you see folks who, out of nowhere, had a stroke. They couldn't see that coming. They didn't see it coming. They just knew they had high blood pressure. And some of y'all, you don't even know. And so this is why it's very, very important that you have structure to what you're doing. And also go to the doctor, man. Get yourself checked out. And most of y'all doctors and primary care physicians, they tell you, hey, you gotta start losing weight. They have to put you on this medication, type 2 diabetic medication. You're pre-diabetic right now, A1C levels getting up there. They be telling you what to do. Now, they don't know exactly what you need to do, but it don't take a rocket scientist to know if you got aches, you got type 2 diabetes, have high blood pressure, you didn't have it before, you have sleep apnea now, you didn't have it before. What's the common denominator? Your weight is going up more and more. So you got to have structure to what you're doing when you hit the gym. That way you can be consistent. You have to have a plan on what you're doing when you hit the gym and with your nutrition as well. So that way you can lose the weight. You can get rid of belly fat. All right? If you don't have a plan, guys, you're planning to fail, man. All right? Other than that, guys, this is what you need to stop doing if you want to lose belly fat. Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave your boy 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.